Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Teacher's Lounge. And this movie came out in 2023, and it's currently on Netflix if you want to watch it. And it's also a film that's in German, so just keep that in mind. And I believe it was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film at the Oscars at the time of its release. And I thought this movie was pretty great. And I really enjoyed the story, and it's a pretty simple story about money being stolen from the school, and the teachers are trying to investigate. And you might think at any point that this movie is going to eventually turn into a courtroom drama, but I don't really think this is a spoiler, but that never happens. It's more or less showing the, I guess, other side before all that happens, and just focusing on the characters in the school, like the teachers and the students. It mostly follows this one teacher, and it's all pretty much from the perspective of our main character. It never really shifts perspectives. You do see what other characters are doing at a couple points, but it doesn't really focus on them. And there's some really tense scenes in this movie, like you just have no idea what's going to happen, and I really love how it was all executed. And it all played out fairly realistic, and I didn't find anything to be unbelievable in any sense. There were a couple of cheesy moments in the film for sure, but I don't feel as though it really dragged the movie down too much to where it ruined a scene. There was one dream sequence in this movie that I found to be kind of silly. It didn't really need to be there. And I get what it was trying to imply, but I do feel as though it went a bit too far for my liking. And it's kind of in the third act, or the last third of the movie. And this movie is nice and short. It's like just over an hour and a half, like hour 38, I believe. So it's fairly short. It's not a very fast-paced movie. It does allow everything to soak in, and it does take its time. But I didn't really feel the runtime, or it wasn't testing my patience at any point. And the number of locations we get in this movie is somewhat minimal. It's all pretty much inside this one school. And there are different rooms to the school that we go to, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty much all inside this school. I did enjoy how things got progressively chaotic as the movie went along, and you're kind of expecting that kind of structure from this movie, and it does play out in that way, but I don't feel as though any of it was poorly handled for the most part. And this movie is very well shot. There's lots of close shots in this movie, and it's also in a 4:3 aspect ratio. So it's kind of claustrophobic, but it does help complement the film because of what it's going for. And one of my favorite parts of this movie was just seeing all these different characters kind of turn on each other. I did enjoy watching the main character and her interactions with Oscar, if I pronounced that correctly. I do like how technically he's involved with a lot of this, but she's the only one kind of protecting him and trying to keep him away from all this controversy. And I did like that element about the movie. And that was something that really kept me engaged with it. And there's one thing in this movie that's very essential to the plot, involving a laptop and recording, but from what I remember about the movie, the laptop was closed. Like, how did it record? Was there a second camera that was attached to it? I'm not really sure. But who knows? Maybe I just blinked, or I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure a laptop can't record if it's closed. Like, use the camera that's attached to it, or already installed. Overall, this was just a really solid movie that's excelled at the dialogue and the characters, and there's just a lot to chew on in this movie, and I found it overall to be engaging and something that I can come back to at some point. And I would highly recommend that you check this movie out. So I thought it was great. And with all that being said, I'm going to give The Teacher's Lounge an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Teacher's Lounge, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for My Best Friend is a Vampire. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.